Market research discovered that people who feel more nostalgic actually end up spending more money. And one of the reasons they say is because they seem to prioritize people and connections with people over money once they feel nostalgic. And overall, they feel more positive. One study showed that people who are nostalgic are less worried about death because they seem to connect to a more meaningful purpose in life. And that's why a lot of times marketers will try to sell you stuff that perhaps strike a chord with what you remember from your childhood. For instance, TV shows which we see when we were younger, we rate higher than ones which we watch currently, even if the ones which we watch currently, perhaps we enjoy more. This phenomenon is interesting because it also teaches that positive emotions make us feel more connected when we feel to people. And when we feel more connected to people, we realize that money just isn't so important. And that's why we're willing to part with it faster for something which makes us feel more connected, i.e. nostalgia. What buys into this is, or what plays into this rather, is a lot of times we have politicians coming up on the news and saying, you don't care about people, you're not worried about deaths, you don't, and they harp on our emotional heartstrings to try to get us to vote one way or the other. This is nothing short of manipulation, and it's outright evil. When we make policies that affect everyone, we can't look at individuals. We aren't supposed to look at individuals. We have to look at the broader impact of what we do. It's like the age-old saying from Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And it's sort of like, if you're only 1 meter tall and you decide to move around, you can only do 1 meter worth of damage, so to speak, with a careless and reckless move. However, if you're 2,000 meters tall and you make a wrong move, you just wiped out 2,000 meters worth of damage. Government is Leviathan. It's absolutely massive. And when the government makes a wrong move, with good intentions, to care for individuals, to stand up for the little guy, it's more prone to make mistakes. And when the government blunders, it's absolutely catastrophic. You just need to look back to a few hundred years ago when governments blundered and hundreds of millions perished. This is why in Torah we say that the judges may not pervert law at all, not one iota. Not for the rich and not for the poor. Justice must be justice. As we say, justice is blind. We have to look at the facts, we have to look at the numbers, and we have to use the wisdom to also understand the larger impact of what our policies are and will do to society overall. The economic impacts, the social impacts, the emotional impacts. And we have to stop focusing on the individual when it comes to policy. The only policies which can focus on the individual are preserving the individual's right to their own autonomy and to seek out the best life they see for them without harming others.